buddy. Didn't want to make my bed today, because why? Because that. Last night we dilly-dallied too much. Today, in this life, I'm gonna make up for that. Hello, Tofu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning. Or from here. How's it going? What do you like this? Notebook. Okay, this'll do. Hi, Goofy. Welcome back. Nice bottle. Thanks. So, how have you guys been since the last stream? I've been okay. Good. Alhamdulillah. Oh dang, I have a homework assignment I didn't even see. But it's due very late, so it's okay. We'll have to get to that though. This is for, I don't know. Pixie and Nikki are cuddling. Yeah. It's always like that. It's glued together. So we're gonna get into a little bit of calculus too for the next thing.
Welcome back, everybody. The topic for this video is going to be documenting code. A lot of the time, you'll be working with someone else's code. You'll either be trying to track down some kind of problem in the code, try to fix an error, or maybe you'll get to add a line in the code, try to introduce some new features to the code. So in either case, you're going to be wanting to figure out, okay, where is it in this code that I think the error might be happening, or where is it in this code that I should add my new stuff? So you could go ahead and read through every single line of the code and see, oh yes, okay, it's doing this, and figure it out, you can program, so you can follow the code. But it would be a lot easier if whoever wrote that code wrote for us in English, because even the best coders are faster at reading English than reading code. And if I wrote in English a summary of what that code was doing, I'm going to just like a summary version for each little block of code. So the way that we can do something like that when we're programming is by using something called comments. So comments are sentences written by and for the programmer. And they're used to explain their code.
You spelled comments wrong.
So Matlab completely ignores the comments. They're strictly there for the purpose of the person writing the code and whoever might have to edit or look at that code later. So the way that you write a comment is you start with a little percent character. So they begin with the percent character. And we continue on for the rest of the line. So and extend for the rest of the line. And usually the editor that you're using, whether it's Matlab or Octave, it'll change them to be a different color. There's going to be, for now, 3 types of comments that I'm going to ask you to do. And when I do the manual grading of your code, I'll be looking to see if you've done these comments. So the first one is going to be a really high level one, a description of what is the purpose of your script. So that's going to be at the top. So I'm going to ask that you include a comment at the top. Include a comment at the top of your file. Describing the purpose of the script. So right after I get you to put your name and what question number you're working on, pretty much right below that. So you want to comment in there that's just a really, really high level overview. Really just like a sentence, maybe 2 sentences. It's sort of like the executive summary. What is the overall purpose of this? I will call program purpose comments or script purpose comments. The second type of comments that I'll be looking for are what I call variable comments. So there's going to be a section of comments that are going to be describing variables. So include a section of comments this is also at the top, kind of below the script purpose comments. So section of comments at the top. Sorry about that. At the top, briefly describing so what units, since is it centimeters or is it inches or whatever the units happen to be. So that's the second type of comments that I'll be looking for, what I call variable comments. The third type that I'm looking for now is what I call block comments. So I'm going to ask that you include a comment at the beginning. What I'll call block. I'm going to be able to say the block is this, and that's what that comment is going to represent. So I usually just do a comment above the block, describing the purpose of the block. So 1 per block. So I think probably the best way to give you an idea of what I'm looking for in these 3 types of comments is to give you an example. In minutes. I'm just going to area and circumference of a circle. It's for now in Matlab, we're not doing grave. So then this now will be the first of my block comments. That's very short. Is it from here to describing this next statement, which is clear all. So let's see. And how is circumference? 2 pi r. So in both cases, we need radius. So we're probably going to need a variable for the radius. So, okay, so that's going to be the first thing that I'm going to do here. I'm just going to say that I'm going to set the radius. Part of the value section, I want to document the fact that I have a variable. So I'm going to say radius. So I'm going to create some comment for that. So, yes. Of calculating. So you don't need to say like, this block calculates the area. You can just say, calculate the area. So be fairly brief. You don't need a lot of extra words in there. So, all right, I will have another variable that stores the area. I'm going to my radius, so there's no radius. So that r is times radius, but I'm just going to also look up there. So 2. So I have 2 more directions. So I'm just going to put, it's the area of the circle. And pi times r squared, pi is how many units, so then r squared, r is in centimeters, so area is going to be in centimeters squared. Yes. So there we go, that's an example of a fully commented script. We have the 3 types of comments that I'm looking for. We have the script purpose comments, just very brief at the top. We have the variable comments, I generally do 1 variable per line, and I personally like to line them up here, that's just a personal preference. And then the 3rd type of comment is for every block of code, include a comment, and I usually put them at the top, although there are different styles, just giving a summary of what the purpose of that particular block is. So I know that commenting takes a long time. We've actually written more green words here than we have pink lines of code, but I can say that after working in industry, it really is so helpful. Working on someone else's code that doesn't have comments is incredibly difficult. If they have comments in there, it's super, super helpful. And sometimes too, you can't even go and ask the person necessarily that wrote the code. They may no longer be at the company, they might be transferred somewhere, and you don't necessarily can seek their
Hello Nelly, welcome to the stream. What is Morena?
Seeing that we can write a script where we set a radius variable to some value, so I have radius equals 2, and then we can use Matlab to go ahead and calculate the area and the circumference. So that's helpful. I wouldn't want to be multiplying those by hand. But our script would be even more helpful if it wasn't always going to calculate the area and circumference. I'm just going to radius 2. We might like to change the radius easily. So the way that we're going to do that is through something called interactive input. And also in this section, we're going to talk about its counterpart, namely output. Okay, so let's say I want, when I run my script, I want the user, whoever's running my script, to be able to enter the radius. So it's not always 2 all the time. I want the user to be able to tell me what radius they want to calculate the area and circumference of the circle for. So in other words, I want to get a double. I want to get a real valued number from 8. If I want equals 2, I want to do something so the user can enter the value. Matlab has a statement for that, so it's a built-in command that we can use to really get some input from the user. Any guesses as to what that command is called that will get input from the user? It is called input. So we're going to say fradius equals input. So input is a built-in function in Matlab. And then I'm going to do parenthesis there. And then in the single quote, the apostrophe character, I can put some words. I can put the prompt that I want the user to see. So I'm going to say enter the radius. So then they know what to do. So that's the prompt that will be printed out for them. And And so, just to let you know, I always am going to end my prompts with a colon and then a space, and then you end off the prompt with a little single quote characters. If you start with a single quote, you end with a single quote. And the fact that I'm doing a colon and a space is going to be very important when we get to grade scope, and grade scope when it tries to run your code and see if it matches what it's supposed to look like. It's going to be very important that you do this as well. It's kind of particular about spaces. So always end your prompts with colon and a space. All right, and then I get to close off my parenthesis, and I'm also going to put a semicolon at the end of the line there. We've seen that if you don't put a semicolon, you haven't put semicolons thus far in this course, Matlab echoes things back to the screen for you, back to the command window for you. So by putting this semicolon in, we're going to suppress that echoed output. So let's write that down for us. So if you don't put a semicolon at the end of the line, Matlab echoes things to the screen. Basically, every line of code.
I don't feel good. Why?
But basically, all of them are going to end in a semicolon. The reason we're going to do that is we don't want this echoing that Matlab does to be the way that we see things in our program. It's kind of ugly. We want to be able to make it look prettier, and we want to have more informative output. So when we do output, so that's it for input. That's all you need to do. So when you run your script, this line will.
Yo, what are they doing? Yin and yang. They're just. She's biting him now. So cute. What's wrong, Tofu? I feel bad. Is it because of the lectures that you have to watch if you want to watch my stream?
Print this prompt, enter the radius. It'll sit there waiting until the user types in a number and hits enter, and then your code will proceed with the next statement. So that's it for input. So we also.
Hello, doggy. Welcome to the stream. Yo, how's it going?
Want to have some output so that once we calculated the area and circumference, we don't just like say that and not let the user know what it was. We want to display that out to the user so they can see. We also want to use some words when we display it. We don't want to just put out some numbers and then the user might be like, what is this program doing? We want it to have some words in there that describes what the output actually is. So I'm going to put a note that we'll always use words to accompany numerical output. And in general, you'll always include semicolons. And so when I write up the labs for you, I'm going to include words, and when you do your labs, in order for grade scope to be happy and have everything match, you have to use the same words that I use. Remember? Matlab, and this isn't one of them just up printf in Matlab. So again, you start off with a parenthesis, and then stop the little. Single quote to start the fact that we're going to be having words here. So I'm going to go, the radius is, and then I'm going to put a percent symbol and the letter F here. So I'll talk more in a second about what that is, but I'm writing percent F, and I'm going to go to space, and since our radius was in centimeters, I'm going to put cm for centimeters, and then I'm going to stick in some more weird things. I'm going to do a backslash n. And I'll start the pattern just a second as well, and I'm going to close that off with a single quote. I'm going to have a comma, and then I'm going to put the variable name that's stored in my radius. So my radius, I use the variable name f radius, so I'm going to put that here. So f radius. And I'll end off the statement with parentheses and a semicolon. So if I were to include that in my script and run my script, and if the user enters 2 when they were prompted to enter the radius, this will produce. So it'll spit out to the command window. It'll say the radius is 0. I printed out a number that is that might be different. So, quote. And I'm going to go percent d. And in this little backslash n, silver. I'm going to go percent is in a single quote. And I can go with the radius is printf. Still use f printf. Printf different. So I can still use after integer for some reason. I can do something a little bit different. So I can still use after integer for some reason. If I knew that my radius was always going to be an integer for some reason, I can do something a little bit different. So I can still use after printf. Printf. Since and then an n, and then I'll end that off with a little name. Okay, so if we would include.
Coding stuff, I guess. Just finished studying physics. Awesome, doggy. You should teach me something. Not too much. How are you though? Why are you feeling bad though? Where are you studying? Yeah, it's Matlab. I know Python language. That's awesome. I think all the other coding languages would be easy for you since you know Python. But Python is pretty easy too.
Do that in your script and run it. And again, assuming that the user entered 2, this will spit out the radius is have the 0.000. So this is what the percent D will do. It'll just put out an integer. So we saw the centimeters. So maybe also move slash n line. And then if there are arrow counters, if you want a little arrow here, and it's got this blue, the backslash slash n, that's actually meaning new lines. Like hit enter. So it's going to print out these little blue words here, and then it's actually like as if it's like hit enter. So it's going to kind of go down to the next line. So the little arrow prompt will be down like here below. It won't be right at the end of the centimeters. Like you won't get a little arrow here. It'll be down on the next line. That's what the percent n, or sorry, that's what backslash n does. So it moves you down to the next line. So this means new line. So basically hit enter. Okay, and what about the percent D are called format. Of the number is going to be, do you want it to be a floating point number that prints out the decimal places, or do you just call it in here? I have a placeholder meaning that because it's going to be coming finish off here after you put the comma, that placeholder. What number? If I wanted to write out whatever number was stored in F organ, just percent. Also use percent. So F, they were really small numbers, like when you want it times 10 to the 8 or something like that, I'll write E and then 8 integer, which is interested. It's supposed 10 to print out just right here, the word C. So I'll see that there, and I'm going to write out percent S, which is for a character. I'm going to write out now percent C. I'm going to write out percent.
Where's everybody else? Yeah, it's kind of like a odd hour that I don't usually stream in, so yeah, there's less people. I'm glad you're here today, doggy. Last time was just me and Tofu. It's kind of weird. Just me and Tofu here, yeah.
And S, which is for string.
Five more lectures to watch. Let me look at the lab real quick. It's huge as always. What is Pixie doing? She's holding him from behind her own head. They're like a garlic knot. You can't tell who's who. Dang. Probably making too much noise. That's why they're moving so much.
Okay, so those are our format specifiers. We can have a little bit more control as well. So we can do more than just say, oh, okay, I want this to be a floating point number, number of decimal places. Sometimes I don't want to see the fact that it's
Hello, lonely child of Earth. Welcome to the stream. I do not use Pomodoro method. I use streaming method. So whenever somebody comments, then I break my study cycle, which is pretty bad. It's like 3 minutes studying, 2 minutes talking. If not 3 minutes studying, 20 minutes talking, and then like that. It's kind of like Pomodoro, but you get to choose how long you study and break.
2.000. Maybe I only want to see, I don't know, 2 decimal places. There's a way that I can do that as well. So if I put a note here, you can specify. It's called the field width. And the number of decimal places. When you're talking about floats. Okay, so let me do some examples of this. So I'm going to do another F printf. So I could go, so open single quotes, I could go the value of pi. Just want to print out pi. Well, I could do something like percent 6.2f. So instead of just percent f, I'm sticking a 6.2 in there. And pi doesn't have units or anything else that I want to include in my sentence, so that's the end of my sentence, and I want to go down to the next line. So I'm going to put a backslash n here, meaning go down to the next line. And I'll close off my single quote for my sentence. And then I need a comma, and then I have one placeholder here, so I need to tell it here what number do I want to put when it gets to that placeholder. Well, I want it to print out pi. And Matlab knows pi, so I'll do pi. end up my parentheses, and put a semicolon at the end here. So if I do that, if I were to do that, and that will produce, I'm not too far placing, so let's fix them. Well, I could do something like percent 6.2f. So instead of just percent f, I'm sticking a 6.2 in there. And I doesn't have units or anything else I want to include in my sentence, so that's the end of my sentence, and I want to go down to the next line, so I'm going to put a backslash n.
Oh, I should put 6.2.
And the number of decimal
Width
places.
and the number of decimal. What is the width?
Add a space there. So there's a space after the S because of this space right here, and then there's a little space there. There's another little space, and then it's going to print out 3.14. So that's what it's going to print out if I do percent 6.2f. So any thoughts on how putting a 6.2 there caused it to produce a space, and then 3.14? Any ideas? Maybe the percent 2 is the easiest place to start. So, sorry, not percent. That caused it to print out 2 digits after decimal place. So the point, okay. What about this 6 in there? Any ideas for what that 6 did? Well, you can see that I clearly tried to indicate the fact that there were 2 blank spaces. So if you count everything here that it printed out, so it printed out, I'm chopping my fingers here, it printed out 1 space, it printed out another space, so that's 2, it printed out the number 3, that's 3 things, it printed out the period, the decimal place, that's 4 things, it printed out the 1, that's 5 things, and it printed out the 4, that's 6 things. So that's what we call a field width of 6. So even though the number is only 3.14 that got printed out, it's taking up a width of 6 characters. The thing you have to remember, that's hard for me to remember, is in that 6, it includes that decimal place. So that's what percent 6.2f would do.
Okay. It's kind of cold outside right now. Yeah, it's pretty cold everywhere. Windy as well, so gotta wear a hoodie. Nice. I like hoodies. And it's 16 degrees? Dang. Well, actually, I don't know Celsius, so how much is that in Fahrenheit?
Let me do another example here. So we can also go up.
Is it snowing for you, doggy?
That's good if you're wanting to write out a whole bunch of sentences and align numbers at a decimal place. So maybe I had like 3.14, and then maybe I was out of the line printed out like 10 times pi, so I have 2 digits here, like 31.4. If I wanted to line up all the decimal places, doing something like a 6.2 would make sense. That's really the type of situation when I tend to use a 6 or something in there. Say, I want the field width to be 6. That's when I want to line stuff up over multiple lines. Alright, so go back to this other example. So I'm going to go, the value of pi is, wait, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say the number is, not going to put out pi, the number is, and this time I'm going to put percent 0.2f. I don't have any more words in my sentence, so I'm just going to put a backslash n to say that I want to go on to the next line. And I'll close off my sentence with a little single quote. And then here, maybe for some reason, I just wanted to print out a number, like 12.3457. So I'm just doing this because I want to show you that you don't always need to have a variable name here. So I've got this placeholder, this percent 0.2f, where I have this placeholder up here. Most often, after the comma, we'll include a variable name, but you can just put in a number there if you wanted to. You can even put like a calculation. I could have written 2 times pi. So go ahead and calculate it and then put the result in the placeholder when it runs the statement. So here I'm just going to try to print out the number 12.3457. Okay, so if I were to do that, this is going to produce. So it's going to say, and the number is percent, or sorry, how about a 0.2? What do you think that's going to do? Numbers after the 567, do that rounding. So the field width is just goes to probably what is going to be most commonly used. So occasionally we want to line things up and we'll do like a 6.2, but most of the time it's going to be a percent 0 dot and then some number of decimal places depending on. So that you can do something similar for integers. All you have to do is specify the field width. So say
Personally, I prefer winter. I prefer like spring or something. Like not something cold. But then again, the cold is really nice in California. Cause it's not too bad here.
Specify the field width. Go halfway down. And I'm just percent D or percent, percent symbol and the D. And then I don't have any more words in my sentence, so I'm going to do backslash n, end off, to go on to the next line. And then I'm not going to pretend I wrote, I'm just going to put the number 5 here. Close off parentheses and semicolon. So that, we're going to run the script.
Did you watch it? Let's watch it right now. Vaulting F16. This took you how long? Wait, there's no volume? So far, so good. Wow.
Welcome to the Fazbear Entertainment Maintenance Video Manual. This tape will cover how to clean out your state-of-the-art animatronic characters. Each animatronic has the same cleaning procedures.
Dang, how'd you make this? This is amazing.
First, reach behind their neck and press the red button. This will set them into maintenance mode. Second, press the secondary unlock button on the back of the head. Remove the upper jaw and plastic teeth carefully. Then detach the lower jaw. Third, press down on both shoulders to unlock the shoulder joints. Remove both arms. Finally, take the torso piece and lift it upward until it is completely removed. Climb inside the torso and accept your dad.
Dang.
Viewing of this tape is prohibited. Discard it immediately. Viewing of this tape is prohibited. Discard it immediately. Viewing of this tape is prohibited. Discard it immediately. Viewing of it.
Dang, 10 out of 10. Good job, Volton. That was amazing. I don't know how you did that. What editing tool did you use for that? It's pretty cool. I know, right? Wait, I forgot to like the video. Hold on. How do you have such a little subscriber? Dang. Amazing. Hope your channel grows.
So in all of these examples, I have just used one of these format specifiers. Do you think we're restricted to just one? Nope, we can actually use as many as we want. So I'm going to do some examples where we could use two. So I'll just say you can use two. Use two format specifiers. So two placeholders. You would do that if you want to output two different numbers. Output two values. Okay, so let's do an example of that. So we'll go back to our radius and circumference of a circle. So maybe I'm going to do f printf. The circumference of a circle. With. And so just because my page isn't long enough here, I'm going to go down to the next line. This is kind of an issue in Matlab and Octave, so just pretend for this example, I'm writing this all in one continuous line in the editor. I can go as far to the right as I want. So this is really continued up there. So with radius, and then here's where I want the number to go. I want to spit out the radius number, so I put in a placeholder. So it's a floating point number, I'm going to assume. So I'm going to say, I want to see two decimal places. So 0.2f. So circumference of a circle, radius, blah, is. And then I want another blah for another number, so I need another placeholder here. So percent, and again, maybe I don't care how wide it is, I just know that I want to see two decimal places. So 0.2f. And that's the end of my sentence, so I will put in a backslash n and a close quote. And then now, so we have our comma. So what do you figure I should do now? So this is where, after the comma, this is where I put in the variable name or the number that I want to go and fill in to placeholders. So as I'm reading my sentence, the circumference of a circle with three, it's going to be, what should I do next? Same thing to put into that second placeholder. So I'm saying, what's the circumference? And this placeholder, however many, this placeholder. Thanks. 0.57. So as many placeholders as you.
How's it 2.0? Where'd that come from?
With radius. And let's say it was 2, so 2.00.
Oh, okay, so just a makeup number. Okay, so she initialized those variables and then put that value there. And after that, and you just put the variables. How do you spell circumference? Is it with an E after F? Oh, dang, it is. You have a lot of potential. I know, right? He's amazing. Your channel should go viral, like 100%. I don't know why I have more subscribers than you. I feel like I don't put in any effort at all. I just have consistency. But if you continue, and I can't believe it took you 3 hours for a 2-minute video. Shows how much quality there is in that. I sub 2. Good job. Hello, welcome back to the stream, Elizabeth Chain. How's it going?
Is, and then the answer is 12.57. Okay, so as big as the hole is as you want, you just have to make sure that you have enough things to fill them in. If you don't have enough, it'll yell at you and it'll say some kind of mismatch between the long quotes, exactly two double quotes. Maybe I'm gonna just put that. The way that I note, the way I can do that is make that more happy with this. Is I can go after that. Oh, and it just comes in to 0.2 f. I want to go. Okay, we're putting it down below. So this and go. I didn't cut it off. Okay, so I actually have to put a little single quote to end off the current sentence, the current string, and we're end my f print f. So that'll print out those words. That's what he's in. Sentence, show you I can, and f print f. And it goes on the same line. Print here, that he's not even down to the next line. The cursor is just still sitting there right after the word with in the space here, ready to go. So whenever it's printed out next, it's going to come immediately after the word with in the space here. So it's all going to print out on one continuous line like that. Okay, so that was our introduction.
Wait, I probably should have listened to that instead of skipping.
And I'll put the first menu. Maybe just to change it up. Show you I did want to split it. What I've had to do here because I didn't have enough room. The way that you can do that is not quite as friendly. The way you can do that is f print f. And copy paste. Okay, circle. Okay, so this is where I want to split this line and go down to the next one. So I actually have to put a little single quote to end off the current sentence, the current string, and print out those words, and then I need another f print f to do the rest of it. Is 0.2. Sorry about that. Percent 0.2 f. My sentence. I could do my dot 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 right here. And then f2 buttons. And three of these. This first one, the second one, and this third one. With the caveat that I was really needing to do these ones on the same line.
Alright, 3 more videos, and then I'm done. Let me look at the chat. Good. I got accepted into the school. Awesome. Which school are you talking about? Is it like a private school, or like a college, or?
Math that you're going to be seeing on this week's lab, namely Taylor series. So, math. Here's all really divided by and real. I mean, I chain up and just like that. So we can write up for some x. For k minus 1, x to the 2k minus 1 divided by a few terms. So when k equals 1, I go ahead and look at this formula and I plug in k equals 1. So when I do that, I will get minus 1 to the 1 minus 1. So minus 1 to 0 is just 1. And then times. And then when I plug in k equals 1, I'll get x to the 2 minus 1 is 1. So x to the 1. And then divide by, again, 2 minus 1 is 1. K equals 2 term, so plus summation. So I plug in k equals to 2, and so I get minus 1 to the 1 times x to the, so I'm plugging in k equals 2, so I get 4 minus 1, which is 3, so x to the 3, divided by, again I get this 4 minus 1, which is 3, so 3 factorial, and then plus, and that is my k equals 2 term. I should write that down. And then plus, we'll do a couple more, so when k equals 3, I'm going to get minus 1 to the 3 minus 1, so 3 minus 1 is 2, so I get minus 1 squared, which just gives me a 1, and then times, I'm plugging in k equals 3, so 2 times 3 is 6, so I get 6 minus 1, which is 5, so x to the 5, divided by, and I'm putting in 3, so I still have the 6 minus 1, which is 5, so 5 factorial, and that is my k equal 3 term. So you would just keep going, taking as many terms, well, infinitely many terms in order to have this equality here. Now, in reality, when we're using this in an application, I don't really want to be adding up infinitely many terms any more than I want to be dealing with the Yucky function. That's not going to work either. So when we use this in an application, we truncate our Taylor series, so we only keep some number of terms. So we can talk about the truncated Taylor series. So the truncated is then, just like that, I probably keep, even I only have a v to keep. So for that system x, when you turn this f2, take this one, factor. So this one k equals 2 and k equals 3 terms. I'm only keeping n equals 3 terms. This here that written out would be s sub 3. So then we have s sub 4, my argument 1 more. And a quick thing about Taylor series is a polynomial. We have hope. Hopefully we can do polynomials. Don't worry, Matlab's going to do poly for us later. But we're able to deal with this. It's a nice polynomial, but it's a function of x. So then the last thing I want to mention that you can do is I could evaluate this at a particular value of x. So maybe I want to plug in x equals 5 in this formula. So here's my formula. It's got a sum. Right, so the last thing. Then it's basically a polynomials.
Was that important? Taylor series for sin x is sin x equals to that 1 times 1 x to the 1 over 1 times negative 1. Ooh, plus, oh, okay. That makes sense. Keep it up, El Mercy. Are you talking to me? If you are, thank you. But what is El Mercy? I just found out that there's this eraser emoji. I spelled it wrong. What did you mean to say?
This one.
How's life going, y'all? It's going great. I'm kind of, motivated not to be unprepared for my classes anymore because I did that last time and I failed on my classes as expected, but this time I'm actually preparing. I'm very proud of myself for that. Because even if I look like I study a lot, it's not been something that was often before I started streaming. So it may be boring, but it's a journey. Don't know how to spell it. What is it? What language is it? Is it English? Life is sometimes pretty good, sometimes complete bad, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. That's good. And welcome to the stream, Mohi Free 9408. How's it going? So I have the Taylor series, I have the truncated Taylor series, and now Let's do numerical differentiation.
In this video, we're going to be talking about some math that you're going to see on this week's lab, namely numerical differentiation. Numerical differentiation. So usually in first year calculus, you'll learn about differentiation and integration. And usually differentiation, at least if I ask people, usually people like differentiation better. It's just a nice set of rules that you can follow. However, if you have a complicated enough function, even taking its derivative can be kind of annoying. So yeah, it's annoying even just to plug in a value into that function and evaluate it, but taking its derivative can be even worse if it's really messy. So sometimes you might not actually want to do that analytically. Or sometimes you have a function where you don't actually know what the expression for the function is. Think of it as you have a black box, and you plug in an x value, and it just spits you back out an f of x value, but you don't know what the formula is for that. In that case, what we want to do is we want to come up with a way to approximate the derivative of that function. So our goal here is to do it how one that is the winning rules from business paper. As right, so different that's one big action a little approach. So we'll settle down to left hand. So I'll and then over say it's one and as the first that's go zero say here x and y is animation looks good lab worthy. Oh, it didn't go here. Oh, the color. So we can write left hand as for x0 and those are 8. Cloud. Oh, it's gonna be minus the f which is first fourth so it's an addition not an annotation. So this one so there in other words what it's just shooting is obviously the difference that you get is actually 5. Okay, so that is an intro to numeric.
I'm on my computer making the Chica sound response. What is that? How much time is it gonna take? 3 minutes? Well, what is the Chica sound response? How do you make it? Like, is it? I know it's from FNAF. The Chica, the duck, or like the chick. But how do you make the sound? Are you like a music composer as well? Like you can make any sound. Making paper nails. Paper nails. What does that look like? So f of 1 x0 is approximately f x of 0 plus h minus f. It's been a long time since I did differentials, so I forgot everything. xo plus h minus xo minus h equals 2h. So what is that calculating? The rise of the top to the bottom and the run xo minus h xo okay, and then forward differential approximation. xo plus h minus xo, and then lastly we got the backward differential approximation. Alright, this one I'm gonna need another pen. Hello, MEHXXRR. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? So now we're doing backward differential approximation. Difference approximation. I want to put differential difference. Central. Mickey is bored. The absolute approximation error is alright, last lecture.
What did it tell me to do? It said write a script, okay, and then prompts the user for a real number. So I need to ask the user to give me a number. There's nothing really special about this number here, so I'm just going to call it sentence. And the first thing I'm going to need, the first thing it's supposed to print is number, like the number that. All right, so I've set up a dummy lab 2 just for making this video. So let me go ahead and copy paste some stuff in a particular. Alright, so I've set up a dummy lab 2 just for making this video. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And it wants me to give it the file. I think what did it say? I'm going to go back to the PDFs. And my only variable is F number. Now, I guess I can test it again here just to be sure. I have a lot of this statement here. Run this. I didn't point it out earlier in this video. The test cases is not as explanatory and
Oh man, I remember this. It's gonna be really bad. It's okay. We're done now. I could technically do the lab today and then not go to class, but I'll leave that for Friday. How many questions are there again? Let's see, 16? 10 questions, okay. Last time was 15, but I'm guessing these questions are a little harder, so. The quadratic formula. Ooh. The quartic formula fully written out in terms of coefficients of the quartic for the monic case, because this is unwieldy nature is generally given in terms of auxiliary variables for this computer from the I remember this, bro. This is the formula for cubes. There's a quadratic formula. There's a quartic formula. I guess we don't have anything to study for this one, but anyways, that's it for today. In terms of studying, I could try to do the other lab 2. Wait, let me look at the chat. Juria, I post again. Nice. You cooked again. The last bit kind of scared me, not gonna lie. Let's go study over. Yeah, but now I'm not sure what to do. Should I attempt the lab? I'll just look at Volton's video. But like, what software do you use to make these? I have a paper next to me. It's 3:33 in the morning, just a few more hours then sleep. Nice. Oh, look, it's Chica. SFM. Oh, that's what you were saying. I was like, what is that acronym? Yup. I don't know what's making me laugh. Like, uh-oh. The music stopped. Hello? I can't breathe. Uh-oh. Chica, do something. I'm watching a PNG. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Chica gives death stare. Yeah, that's what the whole thing was, basically. But I'm still surprised, like, how you did all that. Let's look at SFM. What is that? Source filmmaker. Huh. Amazing. I wish I knew how to... how to... It's free? Oh, wow. Let's download it then. I feel like I downloaded this before. Is it only on Steam? Okay. I'll look into that another time. He's the second lab. So for each question, create a separate Matlab octave with. Okay. Comment lines. Okay. Submit your script to grade scope. Do not use any programming constructs like or built-in functions we have not yet covered in class. Write a script that prompts the user for a real number and stores it in a variable. The script should then print the value of the variable using 2 decimal places. Okay. Here's a sample output. Write a script that prompts the user for a real number and stores it in a variable. For I'm posting next week. Nice. Why is it a command window? I'm trying to write code here. Oh shit, I need a new script edit. The script should then print the value of this variable using 2 decimal places. Sample output 13.1 and then 2010. Man, this is already hard. I forgot how to do this. How are you doing? Hey Kai, welcome back to the stream. I go to add your voice. My voice? Wait, you gonna make a video of that? Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hello. I gave up posting. Honestly, that's for the best. Considering what you went through. I slept at 8 p.m. and just woke up right now at 12:45 a.m. Oh my gosh, that was like me yesterday. I slept so early and then I woke up at 12. And then I didn't know what to do after that. So then I just started streaming. Or scream. Oh dear. I just found out why my rib cage was hurting. Why was it hurting? Because I literally do everything on one side. Dang, gotta go. Bye. Alright, bye Elizabeth. See you later. And thanks for joining the stream. Hope to see you in future streams. I'll try posting, but this time I'll try posting animation. Alright, inshallah. When yeah, don't worry about the penguin crocheting thing. Like whenever you're free or want to do it, then do it. Don't pressure yourself for that. I have the crochet kit for eternity now. Like for the rest of my life. Until you feel comfortable, then I'll do it. But yeah, I can't wait to see your animation. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. What software are you gonna use for animation, Kai? 13.1 2010. The script should then print the value of this variable using 2 decimals. Oh, so you don't have to make the variables. They'll input it. Okay, so here's a script to print a value of this variable using 2 decimals. Print a value into 2 decimals. Alright, so enter a number. How do I do that again? F number equals input. Okay, so we enter a number. Fprintf, the radius is to specify the field width. It's okay. Oops, I put to use the Python. So field width and decimal places. What? How do you make a new line? So F. You know, we don't need that right now. F print F. What was it before? Let's see. Wait, no, I didn't even specify the decimals, so percentage 0.2 slash n. Why is this one green? Hey Lana, welcome to the stream. How's it going? So is your ribcage feeling better, Kai? I'm planning to use Flipakill first, and then, but it'll like at least take me a week or so to do, and I'm gonna start in the middle of February. Right now I'm drawing my anime characters. Okay, sounds great. I'm feeling lonely. No, I like dogs. I'm back from my mosque. Awesome. Why'd you go to the mosque, Lana? I sleep with a bunny plushie every night. Aw, so cute. I have him since nursery. Oh my gosh, you're actually so responsible. I don't have anything since I was a kid. Dog's name, her name is Pinky. Oh, my name is pretty simple. It's Buddy. Oh, so cute. I was scared of plushies as a kid. Yeah, honestly. I used to rip my plushies' heads. Just because, like, the eyeball was so shiny. I was like, let me just... And then took it out. Basically, we learned Islam and Allah and God. And she's Muslim, though, so... Pray if it's time and have fun. I don't know how to explain it. I have 9 plushies on my bed. Dang. Posted a short? Alright, let's check it out, guys. One bunny since I was small. 4 cinnamon rolls, Sanrio plushies. Aw. 2 emojis, plushies. It's kind of personal. Glad for your concern. Is it about your nephew? But if it's personal, we shouldn't ask. I got Big C. Made what haram? How do I do next? Who do I do next? Just do me. I want to see everything related to me. Yeah, you should post that kind of thing, Tofu. It's good. Here comes Yuki. Sorry, I didn't see the answer. I never went there. Sorry. It's okay, Kai. But Lena, isn't it, like, the only reason I don't have plushies on my bed is because, like, in Islam, like, apparently if you have anything with, like, eyes in it, like, it's not gonna, the angels won't come in the room or something. Like, that's what I heard. So, yeah, Islamically, like, it's really not allowed. I feel like the most safest and halal option I could find was animation. By the way, Julia, do you want me to draw something? I'm not sure. Obviously, I'm not gonna draw eyes, by the way. That's good, that's good. What should you draw? I don't have any suggestions right now, but if I do, I'll let you know. But thanks for asking. Aw, you stuffed plushie, so cute. So, I don't know where to put this part. Why is this green? Should I put it here? Oh. I forgot the F. There you go. Still making it a comment. So weird. Just to see what this will do. It won't even run it. That's weird. Invalid expression when calling a function of the index variable, use parentheses, otherwise check for mismatch delimiters. She didn't use parentheses. Bruh. This is so hard. Should I give up, guys? I think I'll give up. Get some biryani for everyone. Oh, dang, you're so lucky, Kai. I wish I had biryani. Joy, I covered them up but with a blanket at night so I don't get possessed. That's great, banana. If you pray in that room, like, make sure to cover it then, too. I'll have glasses but no eyes. You know, that's what the Amazing does. Have you seen that YouTube channel? I used to watch him since I was so young. He's Muslim, so he doesn't draw any eyes. Like, even though his videos are not Islamic, he keeps it Islamic.
Before the plane even is boarded. Orioles and a big staple.
See, he just doesn't draw the eyes. Just put some engravings in there. I had a math exam today. It's determined sets, and I think I cooked. Wow, good job, banana. Algebra, angles, and etc. Awesome. Pass the biryani right now through the screen. We could all sit on the floor and eat. Yeah, Suna style. You say please, doggy, for asking something. If you want to share, we're always free. Yeah, that's how I found out we can't draw eyes. I love this video. I know. I used to be a very avid Discord user. So I went to his Discord like back in 2018 and like I just always I got banned from there. It was so stupid. The reason I got banned from his channel is because like we were role playing. Somebody was like, "Oh, I died." I was like, "Dang, this body is heavy." But I meant because like dead bodies they get heavier than real life. Like when they're alive. But yeah, I didn't mean it to fat shame her. But then that's why I got banned. I was like, "No, wait, I didn't mean that. Sorry." But he unbanned me, and then I just left on my own because another drama happened. How am I supposed to do all these questions? I can't even do the first one. This is insane. This is a great number. Okay, let's look back at this. So we need to use comments, but also the number is oh, so the percentage goes inside the quotes. I see. How come it doesn't agree? This is so hard, bro. Okay, so let's do percentage 0.2 f/n. Okay, what now? Let's, so you don't put the variable? That's weird. I could ask ChatGPT, but I don't wanna cheat. Can you cook biryani, Kai? Oh, where did tofu go? Is it like, I know your mom probably made it, but do you guys know how to cook biryani? Any of you guys? Spray tofu is good. I think he's like, he doesn't want that kind of attention. He just feels bad. I just, since I tried to follow the script and it didn't work, now we can ask ChatGPT, but it's not cheating. Can you tell me what's wrong with accepts the format string first, then the value. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't put that. Ew. You wrote /n, it was be \n. Oh. Wait, hold on. No. I didn't put that second line. Wait, no. This is Matlab. What goes here? A value for this? Oh, so the variable comes after. Okay, got it. Now let's run the code. But why is it printing this out? What? Oh, it's supposed to be backslash. Okay, got it. Backslash n. Okay, now run the section. Oh, actually, new line is not needed here. Let's do it again. 13.1. When you put the slash n, that's weird. I know how to cook an omelet, that's it. And instant noodles. Yeah. I can't even cook an omelet. How do you make the omelet? You just scramble the eggs, or you just like make it into a circle and then fold it like that? I think the greatest thing I ever made was a mushroom sandwich. Oh my gosh, I made that too before. For some reason, I have never been depressed or overthought too much. I don't know why. My sister has, and she's surprised that I never had it. Well, I don't think it just comes out of nowhere. I think you have to go through something to feel that kind of, or that level of depression. I've felt that before, you know. It's like you can't eat or you can't sleep. You just, yeah. You lose your appetite and you don't even feel like sleeping. But depression hits everyone differently. That's nice because depression hits really bad. It happened to one of my friends and he took a lot of time to recover from that. I wish I could help them. Yeah, honestly, you just have to give them time and be there. Maybe cook for them or something, even without an appetite. And the worst feeling is when you want to do something but there's not much you can do. That's true, Yuki. Yeah, I do that because it definitely helps not only them but also because I get inner peace talking to God. Yeah, for sure. So this code works. It's just that the, what do you call it? The two greater than signs, it goes in the same line, which I don't want. How do you make another line? But yeah, I think doing question 1 is good enough. I swear to God, this dude is eavesdropping. He just comes in very randomly. Yeah, it comes back every once in a while. Goes for 10 minutes, comes back. Yuki. But yeah, I hope you guys like don't ever have to deal with depression. It's like, I don't know if it's inevitable. Sometimes, I mean, at some point you will feel really sad. But you know, the thing that makes you the saddest is your own sins. So when that time comes, just make sure to repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you'll be okay, inshallah. Because I'm okay now. Like, I was really sad at some point. But it's because of my own sins. Like, I did something really bad. And, like, I couldn't get over it. I couldn't forgive myself. But then, you know, eventually you find a way to walk away from that. Mom is sick, so I'm cooking. That's why I can't write. You can cook? No wonder your name is Tofu. How do you, what are you cooking right now? I need to cook something though. Like I'm literally starving. I didn't eat. And I have to eat like at school too, so I should probably cook something. What should I cook though? Try to make fried rice, but I have to leave in 30 minutes. Oh dang. Alright, I should probably end the stream now. Thank you guys for staying while I was studying. And yeah, I'll stream afterwards. Actually, I don't know if I could stream today because I have a long day. Yeah, may Allah grant Tofu's mom shifa. I mean, you know. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi guys.